Hello everyone, this is Tamer Helmi here again with Quality Vigilance. Today I'm going to speak to you about being a leader tasked with building a team from scratch. In the previous video I spoke to you about tips towards being a successful leader to an already established team. Today there is essentially no team, or you are joining a new organization, and your task is to build from the ground up this organization. So building this new team as a leader is a unique opportunity, obviously, to set the tone and the culture, also to have a foundation for future success. The first thing is to start with the purpose, the mission, or the why. So basically, you can define the mission of the team. You clearly articulate the team's goals and how they align with the broader organization. Also, you have the opportunity to involve the people that you are hiring in establishing your vision and your mission towards success. After that, I think that it's very important that you start hiring or building complementary strengths. What that means is, you know that your organization needs a specific task from your team, and you need specific skills, but also you need some wider array of these talents, and somebody will help in a specific task and some other one will help in another one. So you would like to diversify your approach in hiring, right? So there's a different skill sets, experiences, and perspectives, and because of that, you would like to definitely have a wider vision of your team. Need also to hire and promote with intent. This is important, especially in the initial stages of the team, right? So what you need to do is to have somebody who can align with the team culture and values. So that's hiring with intent. And then while you are doing that, you need to be very clear in roles and responsibilities. These have to be crystal clear from the beginning, so people, when they are starting, they don't feel confused or not buying into the mission of the whole organization. Another step is to consider culture as a key. So how are you going to define culture? And this is your opportunity at this point, right? So you are in the beginning of the whole organization. Maybe you are a chief quality officer, a chief operation officer, and the setting the tone will help define the culture. So what kind of culture that you like to establish? Is it collaborative, fast-paced, or creative? So these are examples, right? So it's up to you at this point, and it's a great opportunity to help your mission and success of the whole organization. Also, while you are establishing the culture, you need to model the behaviors that you expect. So you have to give a good example of what you are expecting from everyone. So you basically need to roll your sleeves, get into the weeds with everyone, and while you are doing that, it will show exactly for what do you stand for, and everyone from your team members will be following suit or will work with you to establish these specifics of your mission. And then also another way to establish the culture is to celebrate the wins that will help promote these cultural aspects, such as collaborative, for example. So when you see people collaborate with each other and you celebrate that, or you point it out as a good behavior, so everybody will realize that this is the priority at this point. So that's one of the examples. Number 4 is to establish trust early enough. So see that there are some points that they actually are similar to others, but also they are specific in their way. So we will repeat some points because they mesh with each other. So while you are establishing trust early, you need to also lead by example, right? So you have to have the confidence of the team in you. You need to be transparent. You need to be reliable and authentic. And also you have to create a psychological safety. So people have to feel safe while you are fostering the environment where people can express themselves freely without fear. And especially in the beginning of organizations or teams, while you are establishing them, there are lots of challenges and there will be flexibility. And we're going to talk about flexibility and agility in a few points. And with that in mind, people cannot be constrained, cannot be in one small lane, and they cannot move outside that, because there are things that you all as a team will learn together. And we're going to again speak about that in a later point. And because of that, they need to have psychological safety. And there is always a good balance to be stricken between having people to be free to express their experiences and tap onto them versus people get out completely of the main mission of the team and organization. Next point is communication. Communicate early and often. So we spoke about communication obviously in the previous video regarding the team that it's established. So always, as a leader, you need to communicate. You need to set clear expectations around what are the priorities and performance standards. You also need to be accessible for the team members to come to you with questions, whether that's regular check-ins or one-on-ones that you have it already on the calendar. While you are doing that, active listening is a very important skill for leaders that they want to have their teams buy in and contribute. The next point is to clarify roles, but also stay flexible. We pointed that in a little bit earlier. So you wanted to have the roles of everyone within the big mission. So you want to have the big mission, the why you are doing this, what are the needs of the team, the organization, and what are the resources available for everyone. And you want people to be also flexible, to be able to bring their experiences. And while you are doing that, maybe also you would encourage cross-functional collaboration. So especially in smaller or newer teams, this is very important because you need everybody to go out of their way to be able to help in establishing the new organization. Now, these roles with the growth and evolution of the organization might need to be modified a little bit and be more specialized when you have enough team members that they can cover different areas. But in the beginning, while the new leader is establishing the team, you don't have the number of people that they will do everything. You have smaller number, so with diverse responsibilities. So that's a bit of an evolution that will take care with time. The next point is to build systems and not just relationships. Obviously, when you are hiring people, you build good relationships with them, you instill trust in everybody's interaction, they get clear communication, and with that also you have to have successful systems or systems that will enable the team to be able to conduct their mission and establish their roles. These systems are very important because they need to be also processes for scalability. So what works for a small team might not work for a larger team. At some point, you need to maybe purchase a software that will aid the team in their mission, right? And you might need to have a feedback loop, which means that everybody is encouraged to contribute. So with that in mind, while you're doing that, you need to coach, but don't just manage, right? So the coaching is very important because you can invest in the development of your team. So then while they are buying in, while they are all helping you to build this team, you can also help them to grow through mentorship. You can stretch the opportunities. So when someone excels in some area, you can also give them another task bigger than the first one. And while you are doing that, you will also recognize that every one of your team members, they have their own abilities, they have their own skills. Not everyone is the same. So that's a great opportunity. Now you are discovering the team, so you can assign them more of the tasks that they are good at. So now you discovered the abilities beyond what you learned about them in an interview or in a previous interaction. So these are great tools to grow your team while you are also helping everybody to develop. And stay agile and learn together. So as I mentioned, in the life cycle of the organization, you start in the beginning, the organization is small, the needs are different. There are immediate objectives that need to be reached at that point. And then as the organization grows, then there will be more objectives arise. There is a different stage. And with that in mind, you and your team will need to sit together, reflect on the situation, on the stage that you are at this point, and then you can evolve with the evolution of the organization. And you will learn as you go, right? So you can share lessons learned and encourage the growth mindset. Next point is to stay curious and recalibrate. So always there will be another way of doing things. There will be a way of doing things in a different stage, in a later stage. As you evolve, I'm part of the pharmaceutical industry, and there will be a video next on how to manage these teams within pharmaceutical industry. So stay tuned for that. But right now, generally speaking, so in the pharmaceutical industry, there are different stages from development of a drug to preclinical testing to clinical testing and GMP, and then post-market. All of these stages, as the organization grows with the evolution of the drug development, for example, there are different needs at this point. Not everything what was applied to an early stage of development will apply to a GMP facility that you are already producing medicines in it to a marketed drug. So with that in mind, you will always be curious and see what needs to be done with every stage, and you can improve based on the feedback. And also you evaluate all the time and see what works and what's not working, and you go from there. One last point that I want to make is this is a bonus here, is that keep an eye on the burnout. So especially in the early stages, or every stage for that matter, requires specific focus on an area, and the pace is so fast. Well, you don't want to also have people burn out and feel tired, and then you can lose some of your team members to attrition or moving to a different team because they get tired, they are burned out, they don't feel satisfied. With that in mind, so there is like a balance between ambition and sustainability. So this is very important because you develop a team member and you coach them, and you are now having a good skill in this person and others. You don't want to lose them after you invested in all of this time with them. And also you can normalize boundaries and balance the daily activities. Well, some teams, they work on saying that up to this time, no emails beyond 5 p.m., for example. Or when you send an email, you set it to be sent the second day at 8. And we've seen people send emails and say, well, I sent that email at a time that it's convenient for me, but you don't have to respond at this point. So this is one of the ways, and people, that setting boundaries is helpful for people to live their life while they're also giving you their best as a team member within your team. And that's a wrap for this video. Good luck, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to respond, and reach out if there's any question regarding quality aspects in the pharmaceutical or biotech industry. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next time.